Hello, it's Mike from Vitreous Art here. This is a little tip for copper foilers who are using liquid flux. I quite often use this one myself, partly because it looks like creme de menthe when it's clean. If you've used liquid flux, you'll know that by the time you've used it a bit, it starts to look really muddy and manky. Well, that actually reduces the effectiveness of the flux. It means that you need more heat, the solder doesn't flow as smoothly and so on. And basically it's all sorts of impurities and crud from your soldering work surface and impurities in the solder and all that sort of stuff. And it's never as good when it's dirty like that as it is when it's clean. So this is my little tip for you. What I do, especially after I've done a workshop with students, and I'm almost always I get pots full of flux that are looking pretty gungy like that. I just use a coffee filter paper. You remember those from back in the day when people actually made coffee themselves at home? I'm going to chuck that in there. And already you can see what's coming out of the coffee filter is nice and light green. That's what the actual colour of this flux is when you buy it brand new. This is Novacan, quite like that. It does smell a bit, but it's really good flux. So if you compare the way this looked when I showed you the gungy pot versus nice light minty green like creme de menthe, my favourite liqueur, this will be much more effective as flux. Once I've done this, I'm going to pop it back in my bottle, and that's good to go for next time. In the old days, I used to waste quite a lot of flux because I'd always throw quite a bit of it away if it was looking a bit contaminated. This way, you waste a lot less. It's much more effective as a flux, and it looks a lot nicer. So, hope that's useful. If you have other similar tips, I'd really appreciate you letting me know. Cheerio.